Hey guys, Abraham here with the Salmon Homestead down at the in-laws. Wondering what you're thinking this week. What's he going to show us this week? What's the plan for this week? Well, you know what, I was thinking about that as I was coming down today, and I thought of two things. One was, or is, these guys right here back to my left. We got a whole line of plugs that are going to be needed to be planted yet. These plugs are going to go into the 4-pack trays, and some are also going to go into the 3-inch tray that we put like our peppers, our tomatoes, our like squashes into. And then we also have, I believe, over 3,000 bigger plugs that are going to come in that need to go into the 4-inch container. And the weather. We had some awesome days this past weekend, and thanks for those who had come out to Robinson's and enjoyed the awesome weather and seen some really beautiful plants. That was pretty cool. But this week, I thought I heard someone say we had spring, a summer, and now we're going to be back to fall. Yeah, the temperature is going to be a little bit lower, so let's see how that all goes down. One of those days we may even have to bring in some of our other hardier plants out there, such as the perennials and the roses. But we'll see what that day brings as we get closer. But I think that's the two things. Plugs this week and just some cooler weather. In the greenhouse, not too hard to deal with, but hopefully for those of you who already bought some plants, you know, if you needed, bring those plants in or cover them with a nice blanket so that they don't get too cold at nighttime, and it should be just fine. So let's get to it. Planting some more plugs. At the moment, sun patience. So you saw I put in fresh dirt this morning in the containers. And look at that, I, for the most part, won't have to take my finger and make a hole because the dirt is so soft. So when it comes to filling your pots, if you can fill them early, it's really good, because then when the plants come in, just grab those pots and plant your plants. However, the negative part would be that soil's been sitting with another container on it for the most part for a few months, and so then therefore it's a little hard to put through, so you gotta put your finger into it to loosen it up a little bit. There we go. Positive of doing it now though, you get some really nice soil, and it doesn't hurt your finger to put it in, especially like for right now. I got a little skin off the end of this finger, so when you plunk it into this soil, it's like, ooh, that's like nice. But if it was a hard soil, it's like, ooh, I don't think I want to use that finger. By the way, there's your sun patient. And the back side is going to tell us 18 to 34 tall and 24 to 36 wide. So that is a pretty vigorous Sweetheart White. Vigorous. That's going to be pretty vigorous. That's a pretty big plant. Get them tagged here. Then I think I have 2 or 3 flats of orange to do yet as well. So the edge you tag, so the tag is not completely on the edge. That way when you walk by, you don't rip it out. And then the other ones tag the long way. So when they are sitting where they're supposed to be for selling, they are all tagged the proper way. You know what? Got a few left. I gotta see if there's one more flat of these. Okay, those 4 flats of 72 sun patients are completed right up to the purple fountain grass. Alright, back to tomatoes. I don't know, the other day, maybe 5 days ago, I was planting the rest of the first round of tomatoes, but I only did the ones that had a lot more of that kind, and now I need to go through and plant the ones that have just less of it. So it shouldn't take me that long. Well, there you go. I planted those last ones on the 18th. So it looks like I got Wisconsin 55, Jetstar, Fantastic, Lemon Boy, Yellow Pear, Sausalicious, and that may, San Marzano. So now I'm working on Fantastic. Fantastic, we only would need 8 trays. So there's already been 3 planted. And then, as you guys know, that I plant half. So that half, or 3 from 8 is 5. When I only needed to plant half of 5. But because there's so few, I'm just going to plant all 5. So I did that with the Jetstar as well. That one only needed 8, so I planted 5. Wisconsin 55, on the other hand, that one needed 15 total. So I subtracted 3, got 12. Half of 12 is 6, so I just did 6 of the Wisconsin 55. We'll get the rest of those later. I'm going to transition outside right now for the moment. It's not too breezy and it's not rainy. And I'm going to do a little bit of spray painting. I have to remark the lines on the tar here and then throughout the gravel parking lot. Moving from the painting on to setting up the perennial rack. The perennials are supposed to be coming about May 2nd, so I guess it's time to get that rack set up. Check this out, guys. So these right here were planted a week ago, and these are planted today. But the trays they came from, the plug trays they came from, were planted at the same time. So my point is, if you keep a plant in a small contained plug tray, it's not going to grow. So week ago, today is probably almost a double difference in size from 1 week just being out of the plug tray. Well, as you can see, you don't see the pansies, the violas, dianthus. Why is that? They're covered with the white fabric cloth. It's supposed to get colder tonight, tomorrow night, to sort of be on the safe side. Covering them now already, let them go covered for a few days. It's going to be cloudy and cool anyways. It's not going to hurt them at all. Now it's time to go cover those perennials that we have out. It sure is a good thing our main bunch of perennials that will be coming, that's coming about May 2nd. It's a good thing those aren't here yet. That'll be a lot more to cover or have to bring inside. So headed out front to take some of this white material and cover those next. Also on my list is I'm going to gather all the roses that I put out the other day, and those are going to go on the trailer that I'm pulling behind me, and I'm going to fertilize them, or I'm going to put them on the trailer, fertilize them, and then put them in the garage. Feels like I just brought these out here. Don't know the weather, you gotta fluctuate with it. Well, the trailer is full. I, however, have approximately 20 of the knockouts left, and then another 25 of the other roses. So I think I'm gonna have to just grab a different cart and then bring those in too. Well, our 3,000-ish plugs just arrived. They all need to go into 4-inch containers, so that's great they're here, but we're not ready to plant them yet. Why is that? We don't have any more of the 4-inch containers filled. So we will be using the green machine behind us again and dropping all of those right there. You see those pallets of bagged dirt behind me there? So we'll be dropping that in to the green machine and running 3,000-ish 4-inch pots through there yet for our plants that just arrived. And on a little side note from that, it's actually just still been so cold outside yet that we've been opening up some of these bigger bags of dirt, and there's still like frozen parts in there, like a 6 by 12 by whatever frozen chunk in there yet. So it's not even all thawed yet from being out there over winter. But I want to show you the boxes that we have in right there. 12 boxes. And one more thing I need to show you here. Check what arrived today all around the row. And the other day, 2 shipments of hibiscus, the tree, and the low one that's in a pot. And let me walk you over to some diplodelia right down there. Let me get a closer look at that. Really looking good. Look at those, nice and red and pink. Ooh, check out that bloom there on that hibiscus. Ooh, that is really a cool color. And then if I work over past our plugs of tomatoes, of which we do have our first half all planted and in, so we're a little short on space, but they are all in. And then here's some more of the diplodenias. $14.99. All red ones along there. Just a really cool plant. That plant comes from down south up to us, and it should have actually been probably a week, 10 days before we got them, but that's just when the shipping could get them to us. So we have them out. I doubt too many of you are going to probably pick those up yet, but they're there because once they start to go, you know that they're going to be flying off the shelf. Well, I got to show you something here. The ladies moved some of the really cool flowers that went from a hanging basket into a type of container. Whole slew of mandevilla plants along here, red and white. Some are, so this is a mixed group. Really looking nice. So many of you know how this is already going to go. I'm going to lay out the trays, put the pots in, lay out the trays, put the pots in, lay out the trays, put the pots in, and then when I have a little bit more help, then we'll start running the machine. So let's get to it. All right, there they are. 5,700 of them. I hope not any more this year. And what do you think? Think we should just snap our fingers and they'll be filled? I think that would be a great idea, but as some of you well know, I can't snap my fingers worth a hoot. So I'll probably just have to go through the process and fill them with the green machine. But I'll try. Let's watch. Let's see what I can do with this.
yet.
What?
Because I just messed up.
What?
I forgot to put it on the bottom. That's what happens when you start the camera.
I didn't know that. All right, so Genesis and I are filling some more 4-pack flats. We need about 100 or so. And we already had emptied out the dirt machine before we knew we had to do this. So we just thought we're just gonna fill these at the dirt bench, and that way we don't get another one down. Look at these, they're still ice chunks from last night and from what we did today. All right, so I've been seeing that it's frozen dirt. Let's see what's in this one here. Look at that. That's all frozen. I'm gonna go put that on the dirt bench over here. I think this is a really long one. Oh, okay. So my thought was, once we get this side done, we'll just flip it back the other way and put everything else in the corner. Okay. All the extra. Okay. That sounds good. Okay. So, we're gonna go all the way up over the top, or we're gonna go right to here? What do you think? Yeah, I think to here. So do you pull it back a little bit and try and pull the flat back and just tuck it under the flat? Yeah, exactly. The wind come down on this too much or not? Over here? Yeah. Hope not. Got enough there? Yep. I need a little bit more. I think I gotta check the pansy one again. It looked like it was windy. Yeah, I'll come over there and help you. Oh yeah, there you go. Well, I hope you guys are staying warm and cozy, and if you got a wood fireplace in your house, you're probably having that just keep you warm. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.